And welcome back to the Four of Wands podcast, to our new setting.
Right, how exciting.
Very exciting.
So,
I still haven't ditched the sword, but I'm going to be using this as my microphone piece because I cannot be trusted to have it on my clothing. Hopefully this fucking solves the audio problem. Fuck me. It's always me. I'm the technology issue here.
No, not always you. So, but anyhow.
How has the last 2 weeks been since we last filmed?
Listen, it's been pretty smooth, actually.
Considering for moving, I think it's been pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Just exhausting.
Yeah, this is true. That's absolutely, exhausting, but we're just about there and
almost set up.
Pretty much.
We went from having being 8 weeks in advance to being no weeks in advance.
So you get what you get and you don't get upset.
Look, we're trying. But yeah, welcome to the new setup. We had white candles initially, and then Wolf found this local candle supplier shop, and the person's been in business for over 30 years, making candles.
3 decades, they said. So
yeah, so we got pride candles to match the vibe. So I will be stocking more of their stuff in the shop, I think, because it's handmade and they know what they're doing. They also are a bit witchy too. And yeah.
So keep an eye out at Euryales.com.
Right. They do spell candles. Look, let me just fucking show you. For the people on YouTube, this one's for you. But how cute are they? They're so fucking cute. So I'm going to test these out. I have no, my gut's telling me that these are going to be fucking the best candles that I've ever used. But yeah, they're super cute. Interesting knowledge was gained from this person because they're also a bit conscious of, what would you call it? Like the environment, conscious of.
Just conscious in general. It's, in terms of, they didn't even bat an eyelid at us talking about the decolonization of practice and things like that as well, which and ethical as well. So that was really cool to be in the company of somebody who also has those same morals and ethics. So it was,
because they use food grade paraffin for their wax because they discovered that all of the soy wax is owned by a specific company that destroys the planet and people. So now I'm gonna have to do more research on food grade paraffin because I thought I did enough research on soy, but apparently not. I haven't been in the industry for 30 plus years.
That's right. This is the whole thing. The whole podcast and everything is all been about learning, and here we are also learning things as well. So
exactly. So I'm going to be diving deep into that, and we'll see what rabbit hole I fucking go down. Watch it next week. I'll be back fucking in some rabbit hole and new age witchcraft.
Right.
Completely changed. I'm now woke.
But yeah,
can only fucking imagine.
So you're gonna give the little announcement of the news that you've got happening, because we're up to date, so you may as well share the news.
Okay, so we are up to date. So by the time this drops on Monday, the following Sunday, if you're in the Newcastle region of Australia and know of Bernie's Bar, hit your girl up on the Sunday, yeah? We are doing the Ostara Witches Festival there. We'll have a stall. I'll be doing a spell working for people to participate in for a gold coin. We'll be raffling off a reading between both of us. I'm thinking that for the spell working, I might donate half of it to another charity. No, I say I might, but we all know that I fucking will.
Exactly. Just like that's the whole thing with your business. Like you are somebody who does give back and give back to the charities that do something. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Me, I don't know, spirit always looks out for me. I've never, since living in more alignment with myself and with spirit, um, I've never gone without. And even when I have gone without, like it comes back to you. It comes back to me. Not like the threefold law bullshit, but like shit just works out in the end.
Yep.
None of that threefold law. You do good for me, you'll get it 3 times back.
If that was the case, I'm still waiting. Where's my payment, spirit?
I don't know. Like it just feels like the right thing to do.
Yep.
But yeah, so if you're in, so when is it? Sunday the 22nd of September.
I know.
Fuck really? Where's August?
It's gone.
It's fucking long gone. But yes, Sunday the 22nd of September, if you are in the Newcastle, Australia area, go to Bernie's Bar. I'll be there from 3 p.m. Come hang out. Give us your money. No. Just
Give
come
me
hang
your
out.
lunch money.
Yeah. Give me your lunch money. Stupid kid. I'll hang you up by your ankles and shake you.
But yeah, so that's exciting. So
Yep.
yeah, I'll be there supporting your girl over there.
Aren't you gonna do readings?
Maybe we'll see.
If the occasion arises.
Yeah, if the occasion arises, we'll see.
I will
how we
also be stocking stuff from Redbeard's Apothecary. So we've kind of collabed on a product, which is a coffin nail and a skeleton key necklace that I will consecrate. Some will be in consecration for the death current, the necromancy, spiritual protection, all that kind of thing. Pretty much just, yeah, talisman of the death current. And then select maybe 1 or 2 will be consecrated for the name of Lady Hecate as just like a devotional piece that you can call upon or wear during ritualistic magics. So yeah, that'll be there. I've also got some more necromancy rosaries there. Man, I've been busy. Yeah. This one has seen me hyperfixate to no end.
The hyperfixation is real.
Like this was like the ultimate ADHD.
I'll just be half an hour. 2 hours.
2.5 hours. I have no concept of time this week. I'm just
what is time?
Tunnel vision. But I fucking got a lot made. Hey.
Yeah, you did. You did.
All of these things that I've had in the back burner, and then this Bernie's market was just like, you're fucking doing it now, you silly cunt.
Pretty much. You're like, babe, should I do it? Not even a question. Just get it done. Like, this is gonna push you into the next part of your journey.
Right.
So
this one's been so fucking supportive, but oh my gosh. I wouldn't like it was that type of ADHD focus where you don't eat. You neglect your human needs. Like the amount of times that I had to run to the toilet because I was fucking busting. I was gonna wet myself. Oh, it was so intense. And look, I would not have eaten if it wasn't for this one reminding me that I am human. So for all my ADHD girlies out there, you're not alone in your hyperfocus, especially if you're a creative soul like me and a crafter. I'm with you in the fucking thick of it. And if you have a spell that can help counteract that intense, it's almost like a psychosis of hyperfixation.
Must do the thing.
Well, it's like even when I'm not doing it, I'm still fucking thinking about it.
Yeah, I know. Like, I am here as witness to this. Like, all right, it's time to switch off. And you come up to me, you're like, do you want to zone out and just watch some TV together? Next minute, phone's out.
I'm catching up on all the shit that I didn't get to because I was too busy hyper-focusing.
Right?
Anyway, I got some beautiful stuff made. I finally got my Edor of Hygeia bar salts out, which are all about replenishing the energetic body. So, like, when you've been around energy vampires all day, they kind of like zap your energy. So, it's for replenishing that. It's also replenishing your energy after ritualistic magic, too. But yeah, it's not just.
Side note, it smells amazing.
It does smell pretty good.
I just have to say.
So it smells really fresh.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to go for like a gender neutral scent.
Yeah, and it really does hit the mark. Like, I'm somebody who really enjoys those gender neutral scents and the really fresh fragrances. Not so much the floral, but more the like citrusy based, woody kind of tones, and like that definitely hits one of those markers. So
for those that don't know, it smells like lemongrass, bergamot, and cedarwood. It slaps.
Yeah, it does. I'm not even gonna lie. It does. It does.
So we've got that. I finally made Sin for Me into the roller oil. I've had those roller oil bottles for fucking months. I reckon over a year I've had them with the intention to make Sin for Me into a roller oil, and I just fucking got put on the back burner so much. So
yep. Well, that's tick now. So it's all done.
And I made a spring simmer pot where half the cost what you pay, goes to
half the proceeds.
That one. That's the one.
Part one. Part one.
Goes to the Australian, not the Australian, the Indigenous Literacy Foundation. Well, it is Australian, so I guess that's not far off the mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, been busy. We've also made a candle.
Yes, we have.
This one's my candle maker.
Yeah, so
we got the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker.
But yeah, so we've done that as well. That'll be featured at the market stalls as well. It's in relation to the Geminids media shower. I'm in love with the name of it. Like, I can't even. But yeah, for those listening along, it's Asteri Apollo. So which is the Greek word for star. So if anybody knows things about Apollo, you'll know all the meanings and things like that. And the fact that it ties into the Geminids, which is a meteor shower, all of those sorts of things. So
all about bringing in like hope, transformation, the duality of existence, like the good times, the bad times, and the hope found within. So it's about bringing that vibe. We will continue this kind of celestial event candle thing. But yeah, watch this space. It's growing. It's happening. But so fucking much is happening. Spirit was just like, here's everything you've asked for. And you've got about 6 weeks to achieve it, okay?
We asked for the prosperity, we asked for the abundance, and they're like, the energies are gaining momentum right now.
You will reach a fiery climax. All within the retrogrades, okay?
Right? Like, that's the time you're not meant to do anything. And literally. It's just like, here's your test.
Fucking
and here's another test.
Raw dog in life right now.
But we did it. We're back. We've made, we've moved mountains over the last.
We have been temperate in our approach. We are the embodiment of temperance.
Yes, I think we've definitely learnt that lesson.
Can I just move on to the next fucking card right now?
What's after temperance?
Is temperance 14?
Yes.
So what's 15? Oh man, is that death? No, death is before, isn't it? Because death is before. I'm pretty sure death is 13.
I can't remember, but I'm going to have to go back and have a look now.
What's after temperance? Is that the moon? Or the star? No, it couldn't be. What the fuck is after temperance?
Look. I'm pretty sure that isn't death 15? Now you're making me question myself. Anyways.
I think that temperance, because it's associated with the kings, which means that it's card number 14.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just Google this. What is card number? I'm fucking going a blank. Been reading tarot for most of me fucking life.
Don't ask me the numbers. So I don't associate.
The devil. Fucking should have known that. Because I'm a Capricorn sun. I'll never remember my own correspondences.
Yay.
Well, now I have to be mindful of addictions. Rip hyperfixation. Oh, all right.
That's what I wanted to get addiction.
Right? Me. Anyways, I just went through temperance. Now I've got to be mindful of the temperance.
I think that's like a good segue into today's topic, which I don't know how far in we are now, but
spiritual burnout.
That's the one. That is the one. So spiritual burnout is our topic for today.
Yes. It's very real, and it's can sneak up on you if you're not careful to pay respect of your humanity. And it's something that I think that many, if not all of us, go through.
Oh yeah.
I think that's pretty commonplace, but it's not really spoken enough about. So do you want to talk about your most recent spiritual burnout?
I hit the wall yesterday. Yeah. That was it. I hit the wall yesterday. There was no two ways about it. It's like,
was that spiritual burnout or was that actual burnout?
Just full on, both. I think it's just a combination of everything that we've gone through over the last, 8 weeks or so, just all caught up. But to be fair, we've still been trying to run the podcast, doing the weekly star signs, and that all takes my energy,
Patreon, my business,
time. Yeah, ensuring that packages going out, all of that sort of stuff. So it all has that aspect of spiritual. But yeah, my most recent yesterday, I hit the wall. That was it. As much as I wanted to say yes, I also suck at saying no. And so yesterday I was
suck at saying no to me.
True.
Not that you suck at saying no, you just suck at saying no to me. And I think that's because you know how passionate I am.
Yes, it's how passionate
and you love me.
I do. And it's also because it's part of the next phase of Euryale's. And you know how passionate I am about supporting you and all of those things. So I
love you. I'm so in love with you. It's fucking deep throats the microphone.
But yeah, so as much as I didn't want to say no, I had to acknowledge that.
You didn't even say no. I pried it out of you.
Yes, because I still have pride.
And my baby.
I suck at saying no, and I am at I was at burnout. I had the chance to kind of replenish.
With your haircut?
Yeah.
So if you haven't noticed already, everyone on YouTube.
Right.
The sick cut. What the fuck was that? Channeled me in a Chad.
I need those pit vipers on the ASAP now.
Right?
So
yeah, you can't do a sick mullet, but I got the sick mullet. I have to cut it back.
Yeah. Well, you're next to get yourself all sorted.
I know. I look like a sheep. You look like a shaggy dog. I look like a fucking woolen lamb.
The one that's down the road. Have you seen it? No.
Sheep around here?
Yeah. Down the road. We've got sheep. I'll have to point them out when we drive past.
I was too busy distracted by the trees and the horses.
No.
Is it in that area?
It is in that area.
I never saw a sheep.
As we're getting out of here, it's on the right-hand side. So
I'll probably walk up and they'll attack me because they think that I'm a sheep.
You'll look like them.
And I'll walk up, brethren! Meh. and then get rammed by a sheep.
Right?
Not even a ram, a sheep.
Yeah. So, yeah, there are sheep around here. You're next on the sorting it out. But yeah, spiritual burnout.
Yeah.
Back to where we were.
If anyone knows a shearer, hook her up, yeah?
Sure, I could sort it out with a pair of clippers. But
anything at this rate.
Yeah, spiritual burnout. Where was we?
Yeah, when was my most recent spiritual burnout? Look, I think because I've gotten so good at recognizing, because I'm seasoned in my craft, so I've gotten quite good at recognizing when it's happening. So it doesn't hit me like it does a lot of people at the start of their practice. For me, it more hits me in the way of like, okay, this isn't starting to feel as fun or as inspiring or as good as it was making me feel. Let's pause now rather than pushing through and actually just reduce the craft, reduce the energy expenditure. If that means being less on live, if that means taking a week or 2 months to myself, if that means taking orders online, but just allowing everyone to know, look, I'm not posting online for the next 2 weeks, yada, yada, because I need a break. Yeah, that's kind of how I treat it now. I just allow myself to be human.
Yeah, and you've got to recognize it, because like it's like just before I was about to take a break before you and I met,
and
I had announced it that I was going to be taking a break because I was at spiritual burnout, and just like you said, wasn't finding the enjoyment in it. It was, like I was committing myself to 2 nights a week.
Which is so much.
It is. And like when you're on there for like, a couple of hours at a time, you burn out. And it takes energy, and you have to have that respect for that energy exchange as well, because when you are sitting in someone's energy, especially if you're doing readings and things like that constantly, it's not like you are not a factory floor. You can't just keep churning things out. You're not robotic.
Not when you're living authentically.
Yeah. You are a human being, and you've got to recognize that within yourself and within your own body.
Yeah.
And I would take breaks, and like both of us did, especially with everything that was going on, the moves and all of that. And we had an amazing community behind us who stepped up and took over for us in some of those commitments that we had made. So you over there grinning about?
I can't stop tapping my foot, and I was like, why am I so hyped up? I fucking had one of those guarana juice shots to help you focus, where it's on the opposite to me. I'm just like fucking pinging.
You're having this conversation while we record our podcast and go, I'm going to get this done for the shop and I've got to get that done for the shop. I can already hear it in your head.
Out of my head.
I can hear it in your head, and you're like, oh, and what about, that's a good idea. Anyways, welcome to ADHD Brain, and welcome to Euryale's
I had about
Mind.
4 coffees while you were gone.
That ain't going to help, but cool.
I'll be on best friends with a shitter later.
Mid-pause, where were we?
Yeah. Anyway,
spiritual burnout. Community behind us. They stepped up. They helped us.
Yes. So shout out to Corfi, Kez, and Red.
Yep.
Love ya.
Yep. So definitely helped us take a step back to be able to.
Oh, and Kellen, Corfi and Kellen with the Discord.
Yep.
Keeping that running. Fucking amazing.
Yes.
Love you both so much. Right? The gratitude I have for you both. Immense.
It's just, it was needed. So thank you to everyone who helped us, who supported, stepped up, did all of those things as well. And just just checked in generally as well. Like
Mhm.
that really just helped us in navigating and understanding,
in respecting the mundane.
yeah, like knowing that we too are only human and we are having that human experience where we
Mhm.
needed to have a break. Not just from being tired, but the spiritual sense too. Like, let's be fucking real. We were asked to do a lot in terms of, you know, not just the mundane, but everything else as well. Like, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was.
It was a long year.
And it was
one day.
Yeah, literally. Oh my gosh, so much happened. And then so much little stuff in between. It's like when it rains, it fucking monsoons.
It didn't even pour. It was just full on phenomenon.
Fucking annihilation, decimation, fucking
Yep.
but
But physically, we were okay. It was the mental side of it all. That was like
fucking Vietnam flashbacks over here. Just oh my gosh, yep. It was a lot. And it was a lot not just from what you guys know and what we've told our community, but it was like a lot behind the scenes that we haven't spoken about too.
Yep.
Like when I say it was a lot, it was fucking humongous. But look, we did it. We lived, we learned, we thrived, we survived.
Yeah, we pretty much didn't see all of August. Let's just put it that way.
What is August? And what was the end of the month before August? July. What was July?
Right. So
I remember May. Where the fuck did June, July, August go? 3 months.
Like, just gone.
It was like lockdown.
Did we I didn't see the end of winter. I feel like we just got thrown into spring and it's like, now grow.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Now fly, my pretty. You got no wings left. The fucking burnt to a crisp.
Yep.
But look, it is what it is.
Yes.
And this is why, we respected the mundane hugely in this time. Yep. So the biggest thing that I can say as someone that works heavily with spirit, is that when you do respect the mundane, and that's really what it comes down to, respecting that the mundane takes priority because we are in meat suits.
Mm-hmm.
The mundane has to take priority because it is your experience. You experience things through your meat suit, so it takes priority. But the biggest thing that I can impart to you is knowing that when it does take priority and you cannot give your offerings for whatever reason on a regular basis like you used to, you might not even be able to do any of them for a period of time. Just know that your spirits understand that and they are there with you, whether you're being actively present with them. The magic doesn't ever leave your side. Spirit never leaves your side. And it's always waiting for you, just the same as it was, if not more, when you return. So I find that after a huge respect of the mundane, to prevent spiritual burnout, or during spiritual burnout, once I come back to it, that something grows within my understanding of the spiritual world, or magic, or like my business will grow or something like that. I'll be inspired to a new level. So respecting of the mundane and coming back when you're ready, it does bear its own fruits and harvest.
Yeah.
Do you find that?
Yeah, and that's like, I guess, for some of them out there, the new agey sense, they'd say it's that forbidden word that we both
What's
dislike.
forbidden word? Apple?
Upgrade.
Oh, upgrade.
Didn't realize we got biblical, but okay.
It's like forbidden. Apple?
Yeah, totally forbidden apples, right? But no, in the new agey sense, I guess when people call it upgrades, but it's just I find that it's just a matter of growth. It's growth because of your learning and understanding and respecting the your practices, your body,
Yep.
just heaps of that sort of stuff. Like there's been moments and like even you've seen it too where like cards don't need them. They're pretty much now just become a tool for other people to be able to understand and things like that
For your
because
confirmation.
yeah, like it's just now I just get the messages. Hi. The amount of times that they've been ringing that spiritual phone.
Yeah.
Oh, over the last few weeks. That was
I wonder if it was just before something new changed.
I think it was more that they were trying to get my attention and be like, "Hey, you're on the verge. Can you slow down? Can you stop? Because you're going to feel it."
Right.
So,
In the spirit of Lincoln Park, you're one step closer to the edge
yeah,
and you're about to break.
right? So that was the whole thing too. So far out, but
Mm-hmm.
and like it kind of I don't know. It aligned with this week's like readings that we did for the collective on the Monday, and
Mm-hmm.
just so much of it. And now I'm starting to see it more.
Yep.
Especially after needing a bit of a break. So I'm yet to respectfully do the one thing that I have to do, but we're working on that. So the water signs were told that they need to do the self-care aspect,
Yes.
and that's on the cards. So
we're doing that tomorrow.
yes, exciting.
Going to the beach.
Yep, need to get my feet in the water again.
Mm-hmm.
So and then we can
Chill.
yeah. Stop
Mm-hmm.
finishing my sandwiches.
They taste so good, but
But yeah, what else can we say on the whole spiritual burnout aspect?
it
Like,
comes in different levels. So it's not always going to hit in like this grand thing of like I have to not look at a spiritual thing for like a year. It can like last like a week where it's just like I need to really downscale my craft to respect where I'm at. Um, but yeah, and it can happen to anyone in any period or time in their life. It can happen to anyone no matter how long they've been practicing. But yeah, once you've been hit with it a few times at the start of your craft, you kind of start to recognize the patterns of leading to it, and really knowing when it's time to downscale what you're doing to truly be present in the mundane.
so what are some of the signs for you when it comes to that spiritual burnout? Like, what, apart from like you personally, so apart from like not enjoying things or what have you, what other kind of things do you see or feel?
Um, I tend to feel quite tired and irritable. Now, not it's a different type of tired and irritable. It's not one that's caused from like low iron and PMS and all of that type of stuff. It's one that it's almost like your energetic body feels lethargic and withered. And this can also occur from lack of spiritual hygiene care and lack of spiritual care after big workings and things like that. Like it's that type of spiritual hangover feeling, but it's drawn out over a longer period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, ugh, everything feels like a fucking effort.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, when it hits, you know that it's hitting. And then I guess what makes it different to like normal tired as well is that coinciding of this feels more like a chore more than something that feels really right for me.
Mm-hmm. I think, like, to add to that as well, I think even from like personal experience as well, I start to question the messages that I'm getting.
Yeah.
That's like another kind of sign for me is rather than being more confident in like reading for people and things like that, I start to question a lot more.
Yeah.
I also have the tendency to continue to push through,
Yeah.
even though I know that I need to take a break. So that's also another thing as well. But very quickly reminded that I need to kind of chill out, and
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, those little things like you said, the irritability, that's not because of anything that's kind of in the mundane world. Those sorts of things, they'll pop up as well. So
Some tarot cards that you can look out for as well would be like the High Priestess pairing with the Four of Swords, uh, that type of combination, or like the Empress in reverse with Four of Swords. You've just fucking, if you're seeing the Four of
swords,
Swords,
yeah,
just know that it's probably time to chill.
yeah,
It could also be like maybe with I don't know, the devil could definitely be in there
mm-hmm.
in aspects, but I think the biggest one would be look out for the Four of Swords. If you're pulling that a lot, maybe just check in with yourself and be like, am I actually still enjoying this, or do I need to just like reconnect with my humanity? Um, because being human, I guess, in the long winds of what I've learned in my craft is that being human is magic. Our ability to have fun is how we learn and is magic. So if you're not having fun, there's no point.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that they're the things I guess to look out for when it comes to that spiritual burnout.
Mm-hmm.
I think another important thing is to give people some insight on what they can do to help themselves if they are feeling that way. Like, you know, apart from the obvious, like taking a break,
Yeah.
you
If
know.
it's like, obviously, if it's like, depending on what's causing it, the priority of the mundane, potentially medical professionals will be required. I just burped. So ASMR burp talk. um so potentially respective, like, yeah, respecting the mundane might mean seeking medical professionals for some. For others it may just be reducing your craft to a point where that feels manageable for you and learning to become present again within the mundane. So that can be acts of gratitude. So when I feel the spiritual burnout creeping up, I will take 5 minutes to actually a day just to sit outside with my coffee or whatever, um, and just fucking say thank you to the trees,
Mm-hmm.
dandelions, the grass, the birds,
Yep.
the sky, all of the elements, my spirits, just being present in gratitude. For some of you, it literally might just be to sleep.
Yeah. Literally.
And drink more water, like,
So
and just zone out and binge watch TV. Like, that's so okay.
yeah.
If you need 3 days, a week of that, do it. If you just need to shut down that way and zone out, do it. Respect that mundane aspect of yourself. Um, just, I guess, don't allow it to become your new normal. Understand that it's a for now and not a normality.
Yeah. And that's like in respect to your humanness, like it helps you be more connected with yourself, your craft, all of those things. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Another thing as well that can really help me is that the closer I am to spiritual burnout, sometimes my diet deteriorates.
Mm-hmm.
So changing up your diet to be a bit more nutritionist. So like not canceling out sugar and treats like that. Like fucking eat whatever you want. Food's food. But maybe making sure that you eat a nutritional hearty meal like once a week or something like that can really replenish your spirit and your soul. Even just going outside and envisioning yourself as a plant, grounding into the earth and soaking up the sunlight to photosynthesize can really fucking help.
I just had that Pokemon come to mind, Bellsprout, and I'm like, for those who missed that on Spotify, you'll have to watch YouTube at whatever the timestamp is now. So just for Yuri's like little Bellsprout dance.
Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
But yeah, like I have that one meal that I always make, and that's my like
your lentils slap.
Oh, it's not even that one.
You're gonna have to fucking download that recipe for everyone, the lentil one, because that is like
it's so simple.
It's so good.
It's so simple.
It just appeals to the brain, okay?
Well, we're having that this week, just so you know. That's why I got stuff. So.
I love you. You look after me.
Yeah, well, that and like I said, like I'm recognizing it too. Like, yeah, things have been chaos. We haven't really had, too much of the nutritional stuff kind of going on, and it's time to sort that shit out with our bodies. So, like, back in the game, I'll start prepping and making sure that we are feeding ourselves properly so that we can continue with everything that's going to get thrown at us, because the next couple of weeks are probably going to be just as busy.
Right.
So
growth, expansion.
Mm-hmm.
So much growth.
Growth.
Fucking hell.
It's growing faster than my leg hairs.
Literally. Literally. Oh my gosh. But side note as well. So one of the big things when I opened up Euryale's was stocking Liminal Rites of Hecate. It was a really expensive book for me to buy as like wholesale. And I can't make much money off it. But like that was just one of my goals. My other goal was to have Greek magical papyri in the shop to sell. And I fucking did it. So small goals, tick.
Yeah. Keep setting them.
Right. The next one that I want to stock are books by Jake Stratton Kent. And then I'd love to be able to start stocking the Hecate too, but by Jack Grail. But we'll work there. Some of my shop goals, it's not even to do with money. It's just like, these are great books that I recommend, and I don't even care if I can't make money off them. They're just great books. Yep. And you should buy them because they're fantastic for your craft.
So, on that note, spiritual burnout.
Yeah, we all go through it. It's so fucking normal. Respect the mundane, respect yourself, and spirit's always waiting for you. Nothing changes. They don't hold it against you for being human. Anything to add?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone. See you. Bye.
Gonna hang up?